What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be discussing how to fix the skinny fat dilemma for good. Everything you need to achieve your dream body. A lot of people are simply just working out right, have the correct dieting, and they're just not getting the results they want. Today, I want to solve that problem for you. I want to give you a step by step blueprint, essentially exactly what you need to achieve this body, and to essentially give you the small details that are kind of not giving you the ability to get the results you want at a quicker speed. You do these small changes today watching this video, you will get your dream body a lot quicker because it's stuff that I went through on my journey over the course of 7 years and has allowed me to achieve unrealistic results that are just like I can't even believe I achieved, and I want you guys to do the same thing, if not better. So let's get right into it, guys. So today we're going to be going over three crucial parts: the training, the dieting, and setting realistic expectations along with a beginner friendly guide. So when we do stuff like this, guys, we have to make sure we have everything aligned in the same vertical to achieve our dream goal. We have to understand what our dream goal is essentially going to be. For me, it was the ability to build lean muscle and to essentially not do a cut after or not do a bulk after, but to do something that allowed me to build muscle and to essentially get my body in the time I wanted. But I knew the drawbacks. I knew it was going to take a lot longer. I knew it was going to be more time consuming, and I knew it was going to be an extremely and a hard mental game because I'm not getting the results as quick as I want, but it's essentially the right muscle I was building. So that was my goal essentially, guys. And over the course of my 7 years, it's really allowed me to get, as I mentioned, unrealistic expectations that I never knew was possible for myself by really pushing my limits. So guys, let's go into the first part of, that I mentioned in this video, which is the training. We have to make sure our training complements our nutrition, which will be the other half that I get into after this. So guys, our training is really important. We have to make sure we're working out properly. We have to make sure we are structuring our workouts properly, which is a big one. We should start our workouts with compound movements. Compound movements are huge, guys, because it has the ability to hit multiple muscle groups simultaneously. Once we do this, we could then add in isolation movements of the muscle groups we're missing. So for example, we have our chest, which is our compound lift, which is our bench press. And then we also have variations movements of that bench press, which is dumbbells, maybe a Smith machine, or maybe cables, whatever that you guys prefer. And then we have our isolation movement of the chest itself. So maybe we want to do upper, the middle, or the lower. That's the ability to hit all these muscles simultaneously. Even if we include, the essential compound movement, the isolation allows us to hit each segment of the muscle, which allows us to use proper training and proper technique to make sure we maximize our muscle growth. And if we do this for every muscle, essentially, guys, there's no reason why you can't unlock your dream body, because what you're doing is you're maximizing every part of your body to get the results you want. So this is, the foundational framework we should be operationalized around. Of course, we're going to add progressive overloading to the ability to build muscle if that's something that's, the direction we want to go towards. If you want to build muscle, for me, that was my goal. But again, guys, you have to realize what your goal is and what systems and processes are in place for you to achieve that specifically. So that's kind of the training part that I kind of wanted to break down. Of course, I want to go into a few additional points that really help you take these results to the next level: the mind muscle connection, the time under tension, and making sure we hit or optimize our muscle groups 3 to 4 times per week. So when we talk about hitting muscle groups 3 to 4 times per week, allows us to essentially build muscle quicker. We should be aiming to hit it in each muscle group 3 to 4 times per week. And if we're doing like a push-pull like split, then allows us to do just that, because we have multiple muscle groups we're hitting simultaneously through compound lifts, and we're repeating this over a 4 to 5 day cycle, depending on how many days you go. So this is really important for us, guys, because again, the ability to hit multiple muscle groups is the ability to essentially increase the amount of times anywhere from that 3 to 4 range. And if we implement progressive overloading towards your dream goal, gives you exactly that, to essentially build muscle quicker if that's something you're going towards. So that is essentially point number one I wanted to make. The other two, as I mentioned, time under tension and mind muscle connection, are really huge, guys, because this complements your foundation. Your foundation and your framework is the backbone of your workout. So if you're not working out properly, or you don't have a good foundation, how are you going to build muscle? How are you going to get to unlock results that are kind of stupid, essentially, if you're not doing the basic ins and outs? So guys, the mind muscle connection and the time under tension allow you to do just that, because what it does is it makes sure that you're performing the squeeze of the muscle. You're feeling the full exertion of the muscle itself, and making sure you're not just relying on momentum, but the ability to really feel the entire negative, positive, and the stagnant of it. So when you do all three of these things, guys, this, make sure you're essentially working out properly because you have a strong foundation. And then we use our compound and isolation movements on top of progressive overloading to achieve our goal. So that's kind of the workout, I guess, half of the equation. Next, we need to go to nutrition. So guys, nutrition is really big, and we have to relate this to our core macros. So as again, guys, we should be operating around our core maintenance calories. Our maintenance calories is essentially the calories we need to maintain our weight. So for example, we could use like a TDE and BMR calculator that, guys, I think it's calculator.net. There's so many online. Just search a BMR calculator. You can get your maintenance calories. And then we're going to operate in anywhere to a surplus in calories or a deficit depending on your goal. If you're going to build muscle, you would operate in a surplus. If you want to, essentially lose fat, you're going to operate in essentially in a decrease below your maintenance. So that's just essential framework. Now we need to go into our macros. So guys, our macros, I'm gonna give you a little cheat sheet. Our macros for our fat should be anywhere between 20 to 30% of our total intake. So guys, our fats, we have to remember, are 9 calories per 1 gram, and fats are really good for hormone regulation, especially testosterone. So make sure we're operating anywhere from 20 to 30%. Our protein, guys, should be anywhere from 1 gram to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. Once we do this, we essentially have the ability to build muscle quicker, stay full longer, and essentially rely on more stuff that allows us to essentially make sure we captivate or optimize our workouts with the proper nutrition to get the results we want. So when we do stuff like this, guys, it really allows us to maximize our growth at a quicker rate. The third thing we're going to be operating around is our complex carbs. Our complex carbs equal carbs. And the reason we use complex carbs essentially is because it allows us to feel full longer. It gives us a better energy source, and it's overall just healthier for us. It's higher in fiber. So guys, that's kind of our macro cheat sheet. I don't like going into too much detail again because I want these videos to be short, high value per second, and to give you actionable steps you could take after watching this video. I'm essentially going to make another video based on calculating your maintenance calories, what calories you should be operating in to achieve your dream goal, and what are your how do you make sure you correct these calories or macros as your goal progresses or the time frame essentially goes along to make sure we are operating in the right guidelines. So I'll make another video on that in the future, but let's just stay right here. So now that we have both our workout and our nutrition plan, now we need to make sure how are we going to align to the next step. So the next step, of course, is always making sure we set realistic expectations for ourselves. If we're setting realistic expectations, we can make sure we're achieving the goal we want in a sufficient amount of time frame. And it's really important for us to do stuff like this, because when we do stuff like this, guys, it really makes sure we get the small wins, the confidence, everything we need to succeed and to essentially unlock our body. Because if we know from my journey alone, if we set unrealistic expectations, we're not going to just essentially achieve what we want because it's going to be demotivating. We're going to essentially lose interest and we're going to quit. Those three factors alone is what happened to me in my journey when I started my fitness journey 7 years ago. In the first couple of months, I quit 2 times in the first 4 months, and it was brutal. But learning from my experiences, I don't want you guys to do this. So please make sure you don't repeat the same mistakes I do. And that's why you're not, because you're going to be watching every single video on this channel and allow me to essentially give you all the information I know that has unlocked my dream body. So guys, just a reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, right, please make sure to click that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel and it really helps me know that stuff like this really works. So thank you guys. So now let's get into the next part of the video. So as we know, we have the nutrition and the training portion of it. So now I want to go into kind of the final steps of what we need, which is the proper progress tracking. Guys, we have to make sure we're tracking our progress. If we're not tracking our progress, how are we going to essentially know that the results we're achieving is essentially in the right direction? We have to make sure we're calculating both our sets, our reps, the weight we're doing, and essentially the macros and the calories are coming into our body. Once we do stuff like this, we can understand where we need to change certain details of our workout plan or of our nutrition plan to make sure it is operating in the right essential guidelines and frameworks. When we do stuff like this, guys, it makes sure we're understanding the small details that go a lot farther in helping us essentially achieve that to get over the skinny fat transformation and to achieve our dream body at a lot of a quicker rate than essentially we were before. So again, guys, I hope this stuff like this is providing a sufficient amount of value on your journey, on your transformation. As always, guys, This stuff alone has changed my life. As I mentioned, getting in the best shape of your life not only gives you your dream body, but makes you think differently, provides discipline and structure, makes you essentially live a healthier lifestyle, and gives you indirect relationships too of certain things that you guys may not expect. Increase self-confidence, personal development, finding the right group of people you want to surround yourself with in. Because guys, you have to realize the gym says a lot of stuff that's indirect of you, and make sure you show up every single day, you achieve goals, you set out goals, and you smash them. All these different things, guys, it says a lot more about your personality that you essentially just don't realize. Because when you do stuff like this and you show up every single day, ins and outs, then you reap the benefits of what you could essentially achieve and what you could possibly do with the rest of your life if you have this mindset. So again, guys, thank you for watching another great video on the channel. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope I give you the essential, blueprint that you need to achieve your dream body, and essentially having, the right small details that allow you to get the outputs you want. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make a couple of different videos on some of the sub points I made today, because I know I should be going into more detail, but I don't want to make these videos 40 minutes long, because I like videos that are short, high value per second, and gives you actionable steps you could take from this video and to essentially use in your workout or nutrition plan today. So again, guys, please make sure you click that subscribe button. You give me a thumbs up if you thought this video was helpful. It really allows me to see stuff like this works. And as always, please comment down below the favorite part of your video. Once you guys, those favorite parts of this video right here allows me to see stuff like this that you essentially is helping you, and I can make more content for you guys to achieve your goals. So thank you guys for watching another great video on the channel, and we'll go ahead and see you in the next one.